know there's people out there who are. I feel like you're not seeing the whole game with Fagundez and how he's been playing. He's been putting a ton of minutes in. He's not a spring chicken. Sorry, Diego, you're not a spring chicken. He's not a spring chicken. He feels those minutes. He feels
But
every single one of those minutes, and he's been playing in a position that I think is not the best for him. I would rather see him move into the 10 spot because I think he's one of the most creative passers the LA Galaxy have, and I want to see that progress.
and you call him a Swiss Army knife. He's not even from Switzerland, for crying out loud. So I don't know how you got that. But the point on Royce was going to go back to, Diego's Marco's inability to be ready to play this year, the injuries and other things. I think we talked about the effect on the salary cap. That was a problem,
Right.
not a big problem, not huge, not like Olivier Giroud on the other side of town, but it was a problem. It did hurt them. But I think it hurt them more because I think everyone was thinking that in the offseason. Yeah, Ricky's not going to be around. Marco will help us get through that. We'll get a lot of important minutes from Marco. He'll spend some of that time there. Diego Fagundes will too, but he'll spend some of that time there, and then he's been unavailable to do that. And so it's kind of you almost lost him twice.
Yeah.
You lost him in the salary cap, and then you lost him on the field.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. For me, I think that there's a lot of life left for Diego Fagundes in that 10 spot. For me, you need somebody. I like Parente because I think Parente has some vision. I like seeing him in the half spaces, but the Galaxy needs somebody who can break lines through that middle. You got to start getting guys like Joseph Paintsel, guys like Gabriel Peck, not running to the outside of the box, but actually running towards goal. Get them into positions where they can run towards goal. And that's where we haven't seen the LA Galaxy dangerous, mostly because it's been very one-sided. So the Galaxy need a two-prong attack. I'll be interested to see if Greg Vanney, if both Paintsel and Peck start the game, and if they do, whether or not he stacks them on the right-hand side again to sort of play the both guys on the right-hand side to be able to combine and sort of press. And I think you saw some of that in that first Tigres match. So interested to see it again.
What you said about Peck reminds me. Peck was obviously the player that got the Galaxy to the playoffs last year. Joveljic was the one that won the playoffs for them. But in talking to Greg Vanney about the difference with Peck, he said when Peck came over from Brazil, he was a guy who played with his heels on the line. He was very wide out. And one of the things they did with him is said, no, to be effective, you need to be much closer to goal. You need to come up the field and cut in. You need to be in the box. You're only going to score when you're in the box. And if you look at the number of goals he scored last year and where he scored them from, it was exactly what you just said. He needs to come in and be in the box.